What's up, guys? It's Xavier,
I'm Melissa.
and you're back on
Exactly.
All right, guys. So we are now on episode 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome
So,
back.
yeah, welcome back. We got another update for the Maverick lovers, and of course, our Seahawk lovers. Now, our new addition, which is football.
Yes.
So yeah, you want to let's get into the Mavs first.
Yeah, let's start with the bad news.
Let's start with the ugly, the good, the bad.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, we hate to love them, love to hate them, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the last few games have been interesting. So we started off with the Thunder.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City, of course, our favorite team in the world.
Hey, but this time it wasn't too bad with the refs. Did that make a difference? No, we still lost.
That's right. Yeah, so we ended up still losing that game. I mean, SGA went for 23 points, 10 of 22 from the field, so not too bad, right? Usually he's a lot better than that efficiently.
Yeah.
But only 2 free throw attempts.
Whoa, that's surprising right there.
So pretty crazy. He only had 2 free throw attempts. As you can see, it was not very referee heavy.
Yeah.
It wasn't dictated by referee calls and stuff like that. But yeah, we still ended up losing. So he had only 2 free throw attempts, but we had problems in the paint. We couldn't stop Chet. We couldn't stop their center.
We still didn't have Gafford in this game either.
Yes.
So I think that was also a factor. Not the main factor. We obviously had AD in this game.
We did. And that he is the biggest factor. As you saw in our last video, right? We had said that he's basically the guy that we traded Luka for. So
yeah,
we do need that guy to put up Luka type numbers. And he has not really. I mean, so when it comes to points, he had 26 points in that game, 11 rebounds. 8 of them were defensively, so 3 were offensive. So not much second chance points for us on the offensive side, but he is at least taking the opportunity away from that side, right? But D'Lo had 10 assists, so normally it's Luka in all those categories.
Yeah,
we're trying to spread it out, right? Obviously, but the 26 points obviously was not enough to help us win. The other guys that contributed for the Thunder were Chet, of course, like I said.
Of course, I mean, he's one of their main.
He had 18 points. Well, Jalen Williams was injured in that game for the Thunder, so he wasn't contributing, thankfully, because their center also put up 16 points. So we could have probably lost by a lot more.
I think that shows just how efficient our defense is.
I think our defense is, pretty. It's not even that we're running thin. I just think that it's not what the paper showed.
Yeah.
Like I had said before, on paper it looked great, the trade, but as it's trying to flourish a little now, the AD
hype
comparison to Luka, it's not still coming through. But with that being said, moving on, we have the Pacers now. So the Pacers, we played them after the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we're desperately needing a win.
Yeah.
And, well, with that being said, we did win that one. It was a very, very close game.
It was super close for my liking. I mean, I don't want to bash the Pacers, but on the paper, the Mavericks still sound or look like they should have won it by a long shot.
Yeah, but the Mavs actually had lost most of their games against the Pacers up until this last matchup.
Yeah, but that was understandable because we had Luka who was hogging the ball. So there's no excuse now.
Yeah. So 107-105 was the final score of the game. We won by the hair of our chinny chin.
Yeah, and that's because the last shot from the Pacers almost made it in.
Yeah.
We just got lucky.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Winning that game.
If you watch that ending of the game, it was pretty wild.
So. Yeah.
But so that's that. The Pacers, we did finally pull out a dub, but in the process, in the beginning of that game, Anthony Davis got hurt. So he only played 7 minutes of that game, got injured. But B-Will showed out.
Yes, our B-Will came through, which he did last year, so we were expecting it. It just he never got enough minutes.
Yeah.
You know.
He did put up 20 points. So he helped lead the way with as a team leader with points, 20 points that night. Dwight Powell behind with 18 points.
Dwight Powell's coming through lately.
Yeah, so he had the MVP chance going on
Mm.
while he was shooting some free throws. Kind of a bit of a stretch if you ask me, but even he was confused. But nonetheless, he helped us win. Flag with 15. Um,
What are your thoughts on Cooper? Like on in that, like, do you see anything special? Kind of just
Cooper
fruit.
looked a lot more comfortable in the preseason.
Yeah, for sure.
He is looking like right now. Yeah, and he even mentioned, he needs time to transition and whatnot. And yeah, but I do feel like maybe now because it's the real deal, it may be kind of putting a little more pressure on him because he looked a lot more loose
Mm-hmm.
in the preseason. When it came to scoring or even making those decisions of either scoring or passing it, very decisive. Now it did seem like he's feeling the weight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Cooper, the last game actually, he had only 2 games against the Thunder. I mean, 2 points. Sorry, 2 points against the Thunder, and that was a little like what's going on. So he's been up and down, rookie nonetheless.
Yeah.
Can't ask too much.
Yeah, but this last game against the Pistons, he did a lot better.
Yeah,
He had 16 points and played majority of the game of 33 minutes. So I think he's getting better than his first game in the actual NBA.
yeah. It has been scaling up for the most part. Besides that 2 point game that he had, but he has been scaling up. Uh, he's doing all right. He has not been as impactful as I wish he could be. Um, but that's also with Anthony Davis, combination of Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson has not been impactful
Yeah.
whatsoever. He's at a career low of 28.6% 3 point shooting. Career low.
I bet because this last game about the Pistons is like probably the most I've seen him be so consistent with his 3 points.
So with the Pistons, this last game, yeah, he had put up a good
11.
6 points or so,
Oh.
but like in the first quarter, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but total 11 points. But half of that basically came in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He had 2 quick shots, boom, boom, 6 points. I think by halftime he may have already came up with all that, but he didn't see too much time.
No, he didn't.
How much time did he get on that team?
He got, I mean, 20 minutes, not too bad, but he could have been there longer.
He's only playing like halftime. That's what he played till, and he did play throughout the game. They put him in at the very end when they were desperate for a heave.
Yeah.
And that felt like that was unfair to Klay. Um, I did see a lot of times that he was open. They passed him up.
Yeah.
They wouldn't necessarily hit him when he was open, but
I mean, I don't blame
giving,
them. He
yeah,
hasn't been coming through,
yeah.
you know?
I was gonna say exactly that. Given how he's been playing as of recent, I don't know if he's the safest choice
Yeah.
over just a simple layup.
Yeah, I agree. Although in this game, Pistons, Gafford finally came back,
He
guys.
did
We're so excited. And
did Gafford stuff. Didn't do a ton,
yeah, I agree.
but he still made a presence that I feel isn't there when AD is in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
AD kind of seems like he's letting a lot of people just walk in. Yeah, he's contesting, but it doesn't. He doesn't have much of a. It doesn't seem much force, Which is
Yeah.
kind of upsetting with the whole Luka thing and how Luka was a cone. It almost seems like AD is playing like a cone,
Yeah.
and it's like he's supposed to be this defensive, you know, juggernaut, which is why defense wins championships and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree, but I think it's since AD is now out, like it's the perfect time for Powell to come through. Gafford, D Live is still hurt with the knee, sadly, but we still have. I'm saying we can still survive without AD, and I think that says a lot about AD.
Yeah, well, we won that game without AD when AD went down in the Pacers. Like I said, B. Will came through with 20 points. That's when Dwight had 18. So it seemed like we needed him to get out
Yeah, exactly.
for these other guys, which is not wasn't supposed to be the case. It feels almost like Luka's back,
Yeah.
minus the amazing and exciting games because no one can hit these exciting mid-range jumpers.
Well, even our 3 point, we struggled. Like PJ, our main guy, played 36 minutes and only got 6 points, all in the paint because he missed all of his 3 pointers. And he got quite a bit of 3 pointers, like attempts.
Yeah.
So I repeat again, I blame more our shooters than our defense.
Well, yeah, our shooters are definitely lacking for sure. Like D'Lo finally hit 30 points,
Yeah.
but that's also was a lot of desperate heaves. They didn't look like it was something of fundamental foundation as his
Yeah.
shot. It was just he was feeling himself that
Yeah,
night.
I agree. But then again, he also had to play 30 minutes to get all those points. You know, like B Will only played 17 minutes and got 12 points. You know, it's half the time for about half the points.
I still will say B Will's much more efficient in the point guard position right now. I still want B Will starting.
I agree. I mean, I get it. D'Lo's NBA only, but that says more about you. Like, let's appreciate what we already know, and that's B Will can come through.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
know?
think at this point it's getting a little ridiculous, to say the least. Because, like I said, Clay's been doing terrible. Still, D'Lo, Najee is non-existent.
Ah,
He's
Najee. Let's
embarrassing.
dive into Najee.
So
Najee played 23 minutes, only got 7 points and 2 rebounds. Like, if you're not going to be there offensively, then at least be there defensively. Like, look, Christie played 33 minutes, got 13 points and 6 rebounds. Same time, way different results.
yeah,
I'm just saying. Yes, I want to say, point out, Christie's not fully fundamentally there. There's some things he can work
but he's
on.
younger.
He is younger. And I think like that says more about Najee. Najee's been here longer with Dallas, you know, like
Briefly, but still, nonetheless,
but
regardless of tenure,
still.
I would say tenure in the league. Najee's older. Najee has more
Exactly.
experience. There shouldn't be a reason that Maxi's outplaying him. Besides just the fact that Maxi wants it more.
Yeah.
Because skill set, not that Najee can't get it done. That's the problem. Same goes for Clay. It just seems ridiculous that we have Anthony Davis, which is supposed to be Hall of Famer, and Clay Thompson, who's a four-time champion, but the poor man can't create a simple shot off the dribble because he doesn't have Steph Curry feeding him the ball. Like, come on, man. You know that it's just we're not asking for much. It's simple, simple
Yeah.
basketball.
And I think this game just proved that he could do it because he did have an efficient back to back 3 pointers
Yeah,
going on. So it's more of
simplify
a
it.
choice.
Yeah, I'm saying they can do it. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of I just don't know why, but the capability is there, right? The potential is there, as they always say. But these guys have done it time in, time out. They're not just some scrubs.
Yeah. All right, that's enough bad
Moving
news.
on.
Let's go
Yeah.
with some fresher breath air, some good news. For our football fans, Seahawks is doing amazing, guys.
Just played last night.
Yeah, we just played against the Washington Commanders, Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing them because Seattle is in Washington State and the Redskins are Washington D.C. So it's kind of interesting playing them too. But it was great. Sam Darnold, I'm a huge fan. I'm just like amazed, you know, because he can do both. He can throw the ball, he can run it. He only got one interception. Like I remember that was a regular. We struggled,
which was a bit of a very careless pass on that one. That was interception.
yeah, but it was like he at that time when the interception happened, he already had the game won.
So at halftime for their last game, he already had close to 300 passing yards with a perfect passer attempt of 16 out of 16.
Yeah,
he had like 293 if I'm not mistaken. 16 to 16. The guy was flawless from 4 touchdowns. So it wasn't like he's just throwing these little check down passes and trying to pad stats. He was balling out there. He had at halftime more than what Josh Allen had at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. And so just say they did great.
They did. And like of course it's not only him because a great quarterback needs a great team. We had the rushers, the receivers, the linemen. I want to applaud the linemen. I mean, the only way he can get all those throws is because of them. Let's be honest. Even the running, I loved when they went off the side with Najigba. They covered him so well. Like, I am amazed. Let's go into each quarter. So our first quarter wasn't that. We got 7. 7, a touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a good night. one touchdown a quarter. I think they're
Yeah,
decent.
and they started that one like that first quarter mainly running, so it was good to get their feet wet, and they got the touchdown by a pass to Horton. Now, the second quarter is when we got 24 points. Okay, and that was how many touchdowns was that? 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And a field goal. So that was fun. Both of those. Well, actually, starting the first quarter, it was so interesting. So it started with an interception from the other team, and that is what caused the super fast touchdown. Sorry, I was trying to that. So that was good because our defense is now, I think, one for the books. Like even maybe even better than Legion of Boom defense.
I don't know. They are very efficient,
know.
and I know Legion of Boom had a lot of course, safety corners that were hard hitters. But these guys, I think they have a really, really great pass rush. If I'm not mistaken, first or second in the league when it comes to their pass rushing, um, and their secondary is obviously pretty great as well.
Yeah, I agree. And that interception was by Okada. That's his first interception. So yay, Okada. We also got a new touchdown by Horton. That was his first touchdown. So he got 2 touchdowns in the whole game.
Yeah.
So that was great. And our last touchdown was by Arroyo. Now, that was second quarter. Third quarter, we got 1 touchdown again by White.
Cody White.
Mm-hmm.
60-yarder.
Yeah, that one was great. But I think the greatest was Njigba. Of course, he didn't get any touchdowns, but he made 129 yards in order to get those guys there. Like, if you paid attention, all the passes were to Njigba or like mainly, but the touchdown passes weren't. That was so sneaky and smart. I applaud the coach.
Not to mention, he had 119 of those at halftime.
Yeah, like, I mean, the probability of them of winning games, they majority do it before halftime, and the rest of the quarters or half is like chill mode. Like they're amazing. They like, we just murdered you, and now we're gonna chill. Like you do you.
The defense is what allows them to do that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we got the interception, and then we got a fumble from the team almost back to back. Like that was great. And if you look at the times between offensive, Washington didn't have that much time on the field.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing great. No complaints. Do you
Prayers
have complaints?
to the quarterback though for Washington. That was a pretty gruesome injury. There at the end too. We weren't even watching at that point. It's like, all right, it's kind of over. And I know some people were kind of making a comment like, why have him out there anyway? But that's his job. I don't think that anybody should be criticized for having Daniels out there at that late in the game, regardless if it's a massacre or not, because it was. But that's his job. Like, what if the game was on the line? You don't just sub out your quarterback just because, and it's mid season. Maybe you can get the reps in. So I don't think it's anyone's fault. I just prayers for a speedy recovery because it looked pretty.
It did look
bad.
gruesome. We had to recap that one, and that shocked me. It reminded me of a basketball injury where the bone was bad, and just people don't realize that these are very dangerous games sometimes.
Can be.
Yeah, I mean the amount of head trauma some of these people have. Of course, they all signed waivers. But either way,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just happy, at least one of our teams is giving us some good news.
So thank you, Seattle, for playing good football this year.
Yes, and our next game is today for the Mavericks.
Yeah, against Houston. That's going to be a very interesting watch because Anthony Davis is still out because he's out for at least 2 games. So Pacers, he was injured, and then his first injury was out considering the Pistons. So therefore, today is the second game. And hopefully he comes back after this, although we need him with this super tall and lanky Houston team. But let's see if we can just run circles around.
What are your predictions for this game? You want to throw out some numbers?
Sure.
For you bettors out there.
I think Mavs can win.
Okay.
116-118.
Interesting.
But we gotta go pretty guard heavy. I think we're gonna might have to go some small ball out there.
Honestly, I
Um,
don't know why they don't do that. I feel
I
like
think our bigs are too big.
I think so too. I think that's probably the problem is we need to go mid. You
Yeah,
know, we need to
I think we need
go
to
with
find
our
our
small
two
guys.
our true 1-2 combo. Not have all
Mm-hmm.
four of those guys out there. It hasn't really been working out because it looks like, well, I want you to shine and I want you to shine. Very Luca Kyrie
Mm-hmm.
first year, and I get it. Which is why it's upsetting because we've had already kind of like established that between
Yeah.
Luca and Kyrie. Now the team's finding its identity again. Um, it's a growing pain, right? But we'll see. I think Mavs can pull it out. I'm still having faith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the pessimist, and I think we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose 110-98, like a previous game. I think that was our numbers. I think that's what it's gonna be. But mainly because like 80's not in, D Live's not in. If we play small ball, which I doubt we will, and I haven't been liking the rotations lately. We haven't even seen Nimhart that
right.
out in that much. I'd like to see a little bit more of him.
Yeah,
He wasn't that bad like D'Lo was.
yeah, I agree. But of
So
course, Deal's gonna get first
of
dibs.
course.
But you're on thin ice, buddy. But yeah, so that's all we got for now, guys. We're gonna keep it a little bit shorter. These episodes, keep y'all updated. Some quick hits of here and there of sports news. So leave comments, anything y'all want to talk about. Y'all think that we're wrong? I dare you. Yeah, just let us know, man. It's a fun conversation that we're having here. So stay tuned. We're coming at you with another episode next week with more updates. All right. Yeah.
Bye.